Well, hello! Welcome to my channel. If you'd like to see how to get this lovely, normal, chic, I would say very plain tutorial, but also it's kind of like Instagram glam styled, please keep on watching. I do a little bit of priming with the Farsali Skin Tune Blur and Liquid Glass. You just want to get like a dropper full. Apply to your face. For the Skin Tune Blur, you're just gonna want to put onto your T-zone. It's pretty much where you want to put it because it's blurring. It really does work, in my opinion. Moving on, we are going to be applying some foundation now. We use the Shape Tape matte foundation in the lightest shade. It is the shade Pale S. Now we're gonna go in with some concealer. Mine is almost out, so I'm gonna have to dip in a couple of times. Now we're going to apply some setting powder. I'm using the Laura Mercier powder in the color Translucent, I believe. It is really expensive, but this one tub has lasted me for pretty much a year. Now our foundation is pretty much complete. I'll dust off the excess shortly. We're gonna go in with a little bit of bronzing slash contouring. And this is the one that I'm favoring recently. I don't know if it's going to, it's very reflective, but it's the Park Avenue Princess palettes. And I use the lightest shade, which is called Princess Cut. Usually apply it with like just a fluffy brush and dip it into the product, tap off the excess, and then just gently brush it on. Now after I've done that, I like to go in and kind of diffuse it a little bit with a fluffy brush that doesn't have really any product left on it. Because I'm very pale, so. Once that's done, I like to go in with a very small fluffy brush for my nose contour. And then just diffuse it a little bit. And voila! Now we are done with our contour and we can start on eyebrows. So for my eyebrows I use a couple of different products and a brush mainly. The three products that I use for my eyebrows are the Anastasia Beverly Hills, like the eyebrow, I don't know, it's like eyebrow pomade, something like that. Basically it looks like this with a spoolie on the end. I use the shade Auburn, and I will just take the product on like that. I'll brush out my hairs. And then now I'm going to take the product and disperse it through my brow. And with eyebrows, it's really important to remember that they are sisters, not twins. A lot of times in a human anatomy, it's very normal for us to have asymmetry. That case is very true, for me at least. That and for whatever reason, like my eyebrows just don't grow normal. And now that I have a good base down, I'll close up the pomade and I'll go to a powder slash like pomade kind of wax. I use the Benefit Browsings in shade 3, and then I also use this Brow Bar True Glam Brow Makeover Kit in dark or whatever that was sent to me in my BoxyCharm box. I'm going to use the wax right now. It's a little bit lighter. Kind of. Fill in the top portion of our brows. I usually try to eyeball them a little bit. And try to make sure that the beginnings are really uniform, match as much as possible. I'm going with a darker powder. At the end, there we go. And our brows are done. To start off with, I'm going to go in with a fluffy dome brush on a very light color. So that way can marry everything together. I'm going in with Wealthy from the Blue Bud palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Alright. And now, I kind of do my eye looks really backwards, but I'm gonna go in with a really dark brown from the ColourPop Cosmetics Going Coconuts palette, and then mix it with Dominatrix from the Androgyny palette from J-Star, and then I will put it on like a sort of smaller domed fluffy brush, pack all the color on there, kind of tap off the excess, and then you're gonna apply it in outer corner, work it inwards, basically all along your eye socket. Doesn't have to look pretty right now, we're going to blend it anyways. That's going to essentially be the start of our cut crease. Now that we have kind of this like raccoon eye look, we can go in with our fluffy dome brush again and grab some more lighter brown colors, but not too light. You want to go like a shade or two lighter than the darkest color, and you're gonna put it virtually right where it was, but just above it. And now, I'll open up another brown palette, like 72, and go back in with a darker color and kind of go back over that darkness. We're gonna go in with an even darker brown. A lot of the same steps over and over again. This is really repetitive, I know. And now I'm gonna take the smallest drop of black, like literally just tap the pan, and then you're gonna take it, tap the excess, because if you use too much black, it'll ruin your entire eye look. You're gonna take it, put it in the corner. It's gonna really help give us definition now. And then now comes the fun part, the cut crease. So I like to use ColourPop's No Filter Concealer in the shade White or Payless. And I take the doe foot and just put it right against my eye towards the corner here. And then I look up and around, and that's going to stop where the cut crease is. I want to make sure that you have a nice flat brush ready. And we're just gonna gently pat over where that concealer was. Go on one more time. And we'll repeat the same process for the other side. Now you have the start for your cut crease. Now that should be good for the base. So we're gonna go and get a white eyeshadow now. Start off with Glucose from Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Sugar palette because it is white. And you're gonna gently pat. You're gonna want to kind of go so that way you get all the excess off. Go back in for the other side. And now I like to go in with a shimmery white. So I'm gonna go in with Cullinan from the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette because it's pretty. And I also kind of go into the ColourPop Cosmetics Palm Reader in the Going Coconuts palette. Now it's important to remember during this entire process that I'm not a professional and, you know, maybe you're not either. And that's okay, because we're just having fun. Now that we have the whites all settled, I'll take my brush real quick, wipe away any excess. And then we're going to take that domed brush and we're going to grab a lighter brown. Make sure you get a lot on there. And you're going to kind of work it over the middle. Even if it doesn't look perfect, it's okay. Now I'm gonna go in with probably some of this Cocoa Crush color in the middle of the Going Coconuts palette. It's very shiny and pretty. And then darker brown on that little invisible line that we created at the very beginning. Alright, I think we are almost done with the eye look now. So we're gonna go in with the highlights now and then also do the under eye. I'm gonna go in with probably a more like pinky peach orange color. I don't know why, I just like to do that when I have a sort of brown nude eye. So I get it on like a shorter brush and just trace along the lines here. Alright, now for the highlights. Close all of my 72 eyeshadow palettes. We're gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit and get highlighter all over me in the process. That's fun. So we're just gonna take a tip on a really small dome brush. Take a little bit of the color Luna. And we're just gonna pop that in our inner corner. And right underneath our eyebrow too. And that just highlights the look. Alright. And then it is now time for some waterline eyeliner and whatnot, all that fun stuff. And maybe some liquid liner as well. So I am really weird and I like to use NYX Cosmetics jumbo pencil in Black Bean, and I like to put it on a very thin pencil brush and I just put it into my waterline. And I'm going to repeat the process and put it on my upper waterline too, because I just feel like it makes it more cohesive. And this is an optional step for those of you who don't feel comfortable doing it. You know, really a lot of these things in here are optional. Just do as you do. Do what you want to do. Now it is time for liquid liner, or you know, a felt tip liner. My favorites are Man Eater, the like felt tip liner, and then I like the e.l.f. liquid liner. It's like $2. It is amazing, but it is really difficult to use for beginners. So honestly, if the felt tips are your favorite, stick with us first. And that is one eye completed. When you have liquid liner on your eyeline, I try to kind of keep my eyes almost closed 100% of the time, otherwise it's going to transfer to the top of your lid and you're going to be very angry. This until it dries. And then I try to compare both and make sure that like the thickness in the wing is matched on both sides. Which I would like to say that this side is a little bit thicker, my left eye is a little bit thicker right now. Which tends to happen. I tend to really fudge up my left eye, and then my right eye always looks perfect. Alright. Much better. It seems to be like they match a little bit better now. I'm waiting for it to dry a little bit. And our favorite things that are coming up next. At least my favorite things. I really like highlight, you know. And I mean, mascara is really nice too. My favorite is also the Maneater mascara by Tarte. However, right now I'm making do with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara because my local Ulta was sold out. I like to apply mascara before I do falsies because after I apply falsies, I cannot, absolutely 100% cannot put on lashes. And it doesn't look that good. So I try to do the mascara first. Something that I do not like. I'm gonna close up my mascara real quick and go back in with my thin pencil brush and the black bean. There's a part on my waterline that's yucky. There we go, all better. And it's time for blush and highlight. So, I hate blush, but I'm kind of getting more into it recently. I do a combination of like 3 or 4 different blushes. I'll just tap into the pans back and forth intermittently, tap off the excess, and then you're just gonna press it. I like to... No! No! That's why you don't talk and do makeup. Frick! Frick frack. Okay. We're going go in with our highlights. I like to do a good combination of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes in Luna, and in the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, what is it? Platinum Ice Skin Frost palette, Ice Cold. It's my absolute favorite. On a big fluffy brush. Just really gives it that extra notch. Yes, I have lots of texture on my face. It's whatevs. I like to be shiny, you know, fun. That's the highlight finished. Now we need some lashes and a lip and we're good to go. Lashes are an absolute go-by for me, so I do a really weird, not recommended, I don't know. I can't hold up my lashes. I'm like, I don't have my lashes. Yay. I like to set them down on the table so that way I know which side is which. Also, I'm gonna go back in with my sponge for that light spot. I guess it's just some unspoken beauty mark now. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with just some regular Duo lash glue. I'm gonna apply it, not dry it everywhere. I'm gonna apply it directly to my lash line because I'm dangerous. Or not, wow. That worked so not well. Let's try that again. But I want to make sure that we have that illusion that, you know, they're pretty and like super whoosh. And that's one side. Now let's apply the other. Once again, I'm dangerous and weird. I'm gonna apply the lash glue directly to my eyeball. If it works, you know. And in this case, you know, every single time that I've tried, it has worked. That is virtually the finished look. Let's apply some lipstick. I'm just gonna go in with some lip gloss, which normally I would absolutely 100% hate with a passion. But for whatever reason, I've just suddenly, I don't know, jumped on the gloss bandwagon. I don't know guys, I like gloss, which is weird. Does this smell good? Not really. I'm gonna probably go in with something mild and pink. I'm gonna go in with Jeffree Star Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Candy Drip. And this is the finished result of the tutorial. I hope you guys like it. Oh wait, we should probably, there we go. Fabulous. And also, what could be complete without some setting spray? I like the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and I'm also probably gonna go in with some MAC Fix Plus because that stuff smells so good. It's also very cooling and refreshing. Yes. And that is it. Thanks for joining. Oh my god. Thanks for tuning in for my tutorial this week. Thanks for tuning into my channel, guys, and I will probably see you in the next video. Well, I mean, if I didn't, then that would be weird. It wouldn't be my channel, now, wouldn't it? But anyways, have a good day. Bye-bye.